You already know the truth in your bones, even if you've been pretending not to. Look at your muscles. You lift a heavy-ass weight. Your fibres tear. You rest. They rebuild stronger. That's biology, not philosophy. Now swap out muscle for neural pathways. Every time you face stress, chaos, fear, uncertainty, you're lifting brain weights. You tear, you rewire, you grow. Hide from that. Your neurons shrink back, like a plant kept in the dark. Avoid challenge. Your brain becomes brittle, like an unused rubber band cracking in the sun. How do you already do this? When you were a kid learning to ride a bike, you didn't wait until you were ready. You scraped your knees, you cried, you got back up. That was stress, recovery, growth. When you play a video game, you lose over and over, and each game over teaches you where the traps are, how to dodge, how to upgrade. You don't call it trauma, you call it progress. Even when you learned to walk, you fell flat on your ass hundreds of times. No toddler is sitting there saying, I'm not cut out for this shit. They just fall, adapt, rewire. So stress is not the enemy. It's literally the forge that beats your brain into steel. So how can you do it in new ways? Public speaking. That's a squat rack for your nervous system. Every time your heart races, your brain learns, oh, I can survive visibility. Saying no when you've always been a people pleaser. That's a bench press for your boundaries. It feels heavy as hell, but it's building your spine. Taking risks in business, art, relationship. That's sprinting uphill, painful in the moment, but it builds the capacity to fly when the ground gives way. So why is this so important? Avoid stress and you die. Not physically at first, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Your brain calcifies. You live in reruns of yesterday. You stop becoming new. And the karmic bill is brutal. Regret, stagnation, mediocrity. Lean into stress with recovery. And you step into evolution's fast track. You don't just survive, you fucking adapt. You grow resilience like armour, but also flexibility like water. You become anti-fragile. Why does this work? Neuroplasticity, your brain, it's like wet clay. It reshapes under pressure. Cortisol spikes under stress, breaking you down. Then dopamine, serotonin, brain-derived neurotropic factor. They flood in during recovery, rewiring circuits, literally new neural highways form. You carve new maps of possibility into your skull. Evolution. Species that avoided stress went extinct. The ones that faced it, adapted, mutated, grew. Stress isn't the villain, it's the sculptor. So why are you afraid of it? Because you equated stress with danger instead of transformation. Somewhere along the line, you believed people will laugh, judge, reject you. That the fall means death. But falling is how the nervous system calibrates balance. Judgment. That's just someone else refusing their own stress, projecting their cowardice onto you. When you get hit with stress, your brain says, what the fuck? That confusion is the crack in the armour. And inside that crack is where the light of new wiring pours in. That's the hypnotic moment. Chaos disorients you, but also dislodges the old patterns, leaving space for the new. The patterns that keep you stuck. Avoidance, hiding from the weight rack of life. Perfectionism, thinking you can skip the messy reps. Comfort addiction, mistaking safety for life. Overthinking, lifting the same weight in your head, never putting it on the bar. Interrupt them, throw a wrench in the gears, change the channel. You already value growth. You already know life feels better when you're expanding. You've tasted it. In learning, in games, in small victories, that's pacing. Now here's the lead. Every time you avoid stress, you're choosing slow death. Every time you embrace stress, you're feeding the fire of evolution inside you. Which wolf do you want to feed? The shrinking coward, or the expanding badass who grows sharper, freer, stronger every single time? The samurai sword, it gets hammered, folded, heated, cooled again and again. That's why it can cut through anything. Stress and recovery forge the blade. You are the blade. Trees in storms. Shallow roots fall in calm weather. Deep roots only grow when the storm forces them to dig deep. Video games. If level 1 stayed forever, you'd be bored as fuck. Stress is the boss fight that unlocks the new level. Space travel. Rockets don't leave Earth by staying comfortable on the launch pad. They burn through chaos to reach orbit. Avoid stress. The brain shrinks. Life narrows. You stay safe, but safety calcifies into boredom. You wonder why you feel hollow, even though nothing is wrong. Seek stress consciously. The brain regrows, rewires. You walk into challenges with curiosity instead of dread. You build resilience that makes life fun, meaningful, alive. Listen, stress isn't the fucking enemy. It's the goddamn gym of existence. You're either lifting or you're decaying. You're either stepping into chaos with a grin and letting your neurons grow new branches, or you're hiding in comfort, letting them wither into dust. Stress and recovery equals growth. That's not self-help bullshit. That's physics, biology, karma, cause and effect. Every choice you make, it's either a rep or a retreat. And here's the kicker. You've been doing this unconsciously your whole life already. Every scrape, every fall, every awkward stumble, it was your nervous system upgrading. Now it's just time to do it on purpose. Seek the stress, recover, grow, repeat. Because evolution doesn't wait for cowards.